Terraria is a game with thousands and thousands of different texture packs that you can download. But which ones should you actually pick? Which ones should you play with? And which ones do I play with? There are many large and small add-ons to the game that I personally have downloaded, and today I want to show you guys everything I play with and overall just recommend some really good texture packs that you guys should be using. So starting off, the very first one I would recommend is Clockwork Mex. Essentially what this texture pack does is it resprites all the mechanical bosses to have a very clockwork look, and this is just a very nice small change that you could add into your game and it looks absolutely fantastic. Another one that I've been playing with all the time and I think is extremely high quality, I'm sorry if I mispronounce it, but it's Jimarn's official texture pack. This is one of the most popular texture packs in Terraria. If you go into the Steam Workshop, this is always at the very top, and this is for a very good reason. It matches the Terraria aesthetic extremely well, and I've been playing with this ever since 1.4 came out, so I definitely recommend you check this out. It'll make your game look 10 times better. Another major one I use is Stormdark UI. I've had many comments of people asking me, how do I make my UI look better? And this is exactly what I use. I use the Stormdark UI texture pack. So as you can see, if you want to have the same UI as me, be sure to download this. It really changes the game when it comes to UIs. Those are the major texture packs I use. Let's move on to the slightly smaller ones, but don't disregard these because these are also absolutely wonderful and they really change the whole experience of the game. The very first one is Beetle and Solar Armor buff hides. I love Solar Armor, but one thing I can't stand is that shield that pops out whenever you're trying to look good and also have a lot of defense at the same time, or wearing Beetle armor and having beetles fly around you is just such a hassle. It's so annoying. In this resource pack, this texture pack gets rid of that, so you can customize your character and look much better in Terraria. Closed face, pre-hard mode helmets. As it suggests, this just changes the sprites of the pre-hard mode helmets and it makes them have a closed off face. There's no particular reason that I chose this, I just really like the way it looks, and if you like the look of this, be sure to get it as well. Next up, I have colored statues. Once again, just makes the game look much better. It makes the game look much more alive, and you really can't go wrong with this. Along with colored statues, we have a colored buffs pack. Just as the statues, this brings life to something that Terraria isn't very good at. The Terraria buffs are kind of bland, and this changes the experience of that. Another thing I use is the Dungeon Trap Remix, which just replaces the dungeon music. This doesn't really significantly change the game, but sometimes it really brightens your mood. When you completely forget you have this on, you go to the dungeon and then you get a trap remix. It's wonderful. We have the Empress of Drip Up next. It changes the sprite of the Empress of Light. Come on, do I really have to explain myself? This looks absolutely awesome. You need to download this and play with it every single time. Another thing I use is enemy HP bars. This just makes the health bars under the enemies slimmer and overall gives it a much cleaner look. If you've ever been bored of coins in Terraria, be sure to download Lego Studs. This essentially replaces coins within Terraria with Legos, so how could you go wrong with that? Another pack I use is the Modern Weaponry texture pack. You need to download this. This changes a bunch of weapons from Terraria to look like modern weapons. And so why do I have this? You know, I like the Terraria textures for weapons. I like the ranged weapons. They look absolutely awesome and the ideas are wonderful, but I've played Terraria for so long that I really want to change it up. I want to change up the weapons, and this gives me the perfect opportunity to play with the same old ranged weapons, but feel like I'm playing with something completely new. You need to check this out. If your favorite class is the Ranger class, you need to check this out. Try it out. Tell me what you think. Next up, I have the Slim Terrarians and Monster Girls. This just makes your characters more slim. I saw this in another YouTube video and I thought I would download it, and ever since then I've just kind of used it. So yeah, if you want more slim characters, be sure to use this pack. Another thing you might have seen in some of my older videos is the Taco Bell death sound. I downloaded this as a joke and I fell in love with it. I've kept it ever since and I used it every single time I play Terraria. The third impact replaces the Moonlord texture with, as it says, the third impact. I'm not really sure what that is. It looks like it's from an anime, but I downloaded it just to see what it would be like, and I really liked it, so I kept it ever since. If you guys could tell me what this is from in the comments down below, I'd really appreciate it. I'm actually kind of curious. But yeah, moving on to the final two, I have Walmart in Hell. This essentially places a Walmart texture in the underworld. That's all it does, and I just thought it was hilarious. It doesn't really bother me, so I just leave it on. And lastly, we have Zenith Plus. This just makes the Zenith look much better. Check this out. If you got bored of the Zenith pretty quickly, this might spice some things up. But yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to check out one of my other videos over here. Consider subscribing to the channel. If you want to connect with our community, be sure to check out our Discord in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I'll see you next time. Peace out.